How's it going, everybody? So today we're going to be changing out the shift solenoid pack. This is for the 545 RFE transmissions. This should be pretty similar to the 45 RFE transmissions. The main difference between the 45 RFE and the 545 RFE is the 445 RFE is only a 4-speed. The 545, which is what we have here, we also have another one right here. The main difference between these is the 545 RFE is a 5-speed, but you can get a whole bunch of codes with them going out. One of the main symptoms is the truck won't go into drive on the steering column. That's what we tried with this transmission. It did fix it, but we didn't realize the clutches were also out. They're also burnt. It was 4th gear. It was slipping real bad. So we're going to be taking the new shift solenoid pack out of this one and installing it in this one. And I'm also going to be going over how to drain the fluid, obviously get the shift pack solenoid replaced. And right now I'm actually working on separating the transfer case from the transmission. So far there is 4 bolts on top. The best way to split the case or the transfer case from the transmission is to remove the transfer mount support underneath there, because there's 2 bolts underneath that you got to get to, and you can't get to them unless you remove that. But yeah, there's 2 underneath, 4 on top. We're going to work on splitting this, and then we'll get the transmission up on some auto ramps with a pan underneath it and start getting the oil pan off, getting all the fluid out of it, and then getting the valve body and everything off. These bolts for the transfer case, to separate it, they're 14 millimeter. I wasn't able to get a ratchet and socket on the 2 on the bottom. I had to use a wrench for those because there's the space in there on the bottom is real narrow to get to those bolts. Alright, so you got the transfer case separated from the transmission. We're going to go ahead and get this one up on some auto ramps and get a pan in between so we can start getting the oil pan out, because there still is transmission fluid in this one. This is what the transmission support looks like, if you're wondering. These 3 studs on the bottom, these are what goes through the cross member whenever it's underneath the truck. And then you've got these 4 bolts right here. They mount to the two of them mount to the back of the transmission. The other 2 mount to the transfer case. I don't know in which order. I believe these wider hold ones, they mount to the back of the transmission. This is only for if you're doing it my way. Before you take the transmission out of the truck, drain the fluid, drop the pan, drain the fluid. I don't know why we didn't do that, but if you're doing it my way and you're doing it in the back of a truck, you can tip the back of the transmission off the tailgate, have drip pan on the ground, and then you can tip the transmission back. And you can get all the fluid out. So now that I've got all the fluid out, I think I'm going to flip it over, try flipping it so it's face down on the bell housing on the tailgate, and then I can get a good shot of the bolts on the drain pan and get those off. Once you get to the oil pan, there's 15 8mm bolts all along the oil pan. Get those off. Crack the seal on this, on the pan, just to make sure there's no more fluid, because I already made a big mess on my truck. So once you get the oil pan off, this is what you're gonna see. Here's the sump filter. Here's a valve body right behind it. You're gonna need a T25 Torx head to remove this bolt to get the sump filter out of the way. This is also an internal filter, so it actually has 2 oil filters on this transmission. You want to grab at the end right here because this is where it connects to the transmission. Pull straight up. Next, you're going to have 6 8mm bolts that hold the valve body to the transmission. So you got one right here, right here, right here, 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 and here. We'll remove those and then we'll get the valve body out. All the bolts to hold the valve body to the transmission, they are all the same size, so you don't got to worry about mixing those up. No, I do believe this valve body is still good. I think it's just the bands in the transmission went bad because that fluid is definitely burnt. So I do believe this valve body is still good. I'm wanting to try and rebuild this transmission because the case and everything is still good. We're going to lay a towel down back here, set the valve body there, set it down, and then we can get the transmission out of the way. With taking this out, you just lift straight up. And then we'll get this out of the way. Now I'll pull up a picture over here of all the bolts you'll need to remove. They're all T25 Torx head. You go ahead and remove all those. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of those. Remove those. I've already got all mine loose. We're going to flip the valve body around and get to the sensor solenoid on the back. So here's the solenoid. All you gotta do is just lift straight up. Grab a clean rag, wipe it off. This one's still good. That's why we're taking it out and putting it in the transmission over here. Like this one's like brand new, like it's probably only got like 3-4 miles on it. Because we were trying to fix his issue with not being able to shift into drive on his steering column. So we replaced this, but I didn't realize that his tranny was slipping and forth. Go and clean this mating surface up real good. Your best friend with this job is rags. Lots and lots of clean rags. Get everything wiped down. All right, now I'm gonna reverse order of everything I just did. So you're gonna take the sensor, make sure this is clean, because these are seals right here, these white pieces, these white lines. Those are all seals. I'm gonna make sure everything's cleaned up. I'm gonna drop it back down. And there is dowel pins on here. I'm gonna make sure you get those dowel pins in these holes. Now what you want to do is you want to tip it up. Make sure this is flush with the valve body. Make sure the solenoid's flush right here with the valve body. All the way around there you can see. Next, while you're holding the solenoid up to the valve body, you go ahead and get a few bolts back in. Go back over and make sure everything's flush. Start putting the rest of the bolts in. These bolts, these T25, these get torqued down to 50 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. You go 50 inch-pounds on all these bolts. You kind of want to go in a crisscross pattern, if you know what I mean. I don't know the actual torque pattern for it, but you just want to kind of go, you know, like this one, and then over to this one, and then probably the middle one, and then over here, and then here, so on and so forth. These 8mm bolts that mount the valve body to the transmission get torqued down to 105 inch-pounds, as well as the bolts on the oil pan. That'll do it for this video. I figured while I'm doing this, I might as well show you how to replace that solenoid pack. Because like I said, there are a lot of codes that can pop up for this solenoid pack. And when this thing goes bad, it can actually imitate transmission slipping or hard shifting. Those are just some common problems with the solenoid pack if it goes bad, or your truck just won't go into drive. Truck or Durango, or you know, Dakotas are trucks too, but you can find these trainees in a lot of Chrysler vehicles, Jeep, Dodge, Dakota, Durango. But yeah, there's a lot of codes that can come with that solenoid pack going bad. And then a cool thing I thought I might mention with the 45 RFE transmission, you can actually take those transmissions, and there's videos on Facebook, or not Facebook, there's videos on YouTube on how to convert those to tap into that fifth gear, like these have, the 545 RFE transmissions. But you've got to get it, I watched a brief few minutes of those videos, and you've got to get a computer and stuff like that. But luckily we were able to find a used 545 RFE transmission, so we didn't have to try and convert it or anything. Yeah, that'll do it for this video. If you want more how-to like these, like and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. Till then, see you on the next one.